I'm so confused by people who are just consistently with 5+ friends every day in their posts and Snap stories. Like basic stuff like getting a taco for lunch, but it's a party. How? I have plenty of friends, but I swear it takes 4 days of back and forth to coordinate getting 3 people in the same place at the same time. It's called either having complete freedom or living off their parents' paycheck. If I'm being real, the only people who I know who can just get up and go and do something like that are incredibly wealthy or have nothing going on. But it's always the toss-up of who's who. Me and the boys are normally getting together at night after work, but like if it's noon for lunch tacos, something's a little bit weird there, you know? This post makes me feel uncomfortable because it makes me question how much time I spend with the boys. Hello everybody and welcome to Kalbus. My name is Lumo and today we are looking at r/Tumblr, a subreddit dedicated to those wacky posts from that silly little cyan website that we all forgot about years ago. Let's just get right into it. If I was a famous author, I would publish a book with 10 different endings which all went to print with a varying degree of rarity, but not tell the fans about it so I could watch their confusion as they disagree over how the story ended. Then when they figured it out, I would come clean telling them that I had released 11 alternate endings and watch them panic again as they try to find the last ending. Are you Satan? Yes. Bow down. Nah, I love this idea, but at the same time, I feel like no publisher would go for it because, like, what if they want a sequel? Your one ploy has been found out. This does sound like a terrible idea, though, and I kind of approve of it. But what I don't approve of is the user who posted this has the flair haphazardly ships people and feels zero remorse for the shipping. I hope they mean fictional people. Otherwise, this post is about to take a weird detour. I want to see an author do this, though, like, seriously. Sun plus extremely angry. I have no idea what emotion this is conveying, but I felt it in my soul. That's called the customer service smile. Man, just work in the warehouse. If you're rude, who cares? They'll just dismiss it as, oh, he's just a warehouse boy, ignore him. It's so nice. No one expects anything of you. So you do your basic work, and if you go above and beyond, it's like chimps have re-evolved into human. And like they praise you to no end. I'm telling you, warehouse is like the safest way to get past the customer service woes. Because you just descend into monkey, and it's so good. Just make sure to lift things evenly so you don't end up with a bizarre, massive left bicep like I'd have. That's a thing. I love this emoji. Would you prefer to learn French or Italian before you die? The threatening aura of this message reads like it was sent by the Duolingo owl. Ah! Honestly, I love how sassy the owl is. Like, I love the fact that the owl is like, hey, our notifications aren't reaching you, just come home when you're ready. Or my personal favorite, hey, you missed your lesson, it's almost midnight, and I went to bed like an hour ago, so I check it. No, I did my lesson. I don't know why it's warning me, but the owl is a very needy spouse. I don't like the owl, but I do love the fact that it's teaching me how to Nihongo. That doesn't translate very well, but some of you will get it. Please stop breeding faces. They might be cute, but they have trouble breathing. Please consider the smiley with a nose breed or the smiley with the carrot breed instead. They all have the same temperament as the normal smiley breed, but with none of the breathing problems. Every time I see this post, I get the inability to read past, please stop breeding, and recoil a little bit in shock from that. I thought that's where this was going initially, if I'm being completely straight with you. I was expecting that to go that way. I mean, with a name like the Manslayer, the phrase, please stop breeding, you can expect it to happen. But that's thankfully not this. But it still kinda activates my almonds just on like an instinctual level. Incel Excel. Incorrectly assuming something is a date. Oh my friggin' god. It's 5 a.m. I can't send this to every coworker I've ever had right now, so you get it instead. Ah, this shatters me, dude. This sends me into the sky. Oh, God. Incels. I'm not sure what evolutionary twist we took to get them, but I go back, I want to be monkey. This is... Something about this is sending me into orbit. I can't properly compose thoughts staring at it. It's like I'm looking into the bunghole of Cthulhu himself and it's making me mad. Not mad as in angry, but mad as in incomprehensible. We're moving on. My milkman looking cute as hell with that little bow tie. LOL. My wife, circa 1935, right after I go to work at the racism factory. know what that production line looks like. I want to know what products they make to create all of racism. I'm just imagining a bunch of dudes in like button-down white shirts just working on like building blocks, but it's only in racial epithets. Oh God. What does the racism factory make? I don't know why this broke me so much, but I'm literally just imagining like a scene out of a dystopian Pixar movie, and it's kind of breaking me. I want 6 pet sloths so I can name them after every sin except sloth. Today my wife texted me this and then immediately called me to make sure I got it because it was an urgent message. Seems pretty frickin' urgent to me, OP. Yeah, no, this is extremely urgent, because you're gonna have to be the one to find all 6 sloths for her. Apparently sloths are like disgusting, I've heard. Apparently they look cute, but they're just smelly and disgusting because they're not fast enough to clean themselves. And like the poop gets caked everywhere. Like apparently they're just not fun. They're just not fun. Don't get a sloth. They are wild animals. Leave them outside. I can't believe 2021 is in 3 months. Shut up about the passage of time. Shut up about the passage of time. Why are the 2 passages of time? Why are the 2 passages of time somehow different lengths? How did this come about? How did this come about? I require answers to your formatting and your graphic design passions, but also, holy crap, we've almost survived the worst year of our lives. Oh, 2020 bad. Oh, I think I covered all the bases here. It's current year, everybody. Get ready for it. Start referring to things you own as your inventory. Jackie, did I give you my keys? I don't know. Let me check my inventory. Wrestling in purse. Yeah, Mom, hold on 1 sec. I just need to equip my shoes. This has the same energy as the poster. It's just like, if a man ever catcalls me, I'm just going to start talking like a Skyrim NPC, like, "Hey, BB, you got a fat ass. The king has been sick today. The dwarven holds to the north are filled with Dwelmer. The Falmer have been conducting raids recently." It has the same energy, and I kind of love it. I kind of love it. It's so good. Killed another frickin' Canadian soldier. How do they keep getting in my house? Stop! It occurs to me that people might not know that this is another name for a mayfly. I am not being infiltrated by humans from Canada. That's exactly what a Canadian insurgent would want us to think. We know you're luring them in one by one so that you might be able to overthrow John Trudeau at one point. That's not his... I don't know Trudeau's first name. Is it Justin? Is it Jason? Is it John? Is he just John Prime Minister? Is that his full name? What is his last name? What is Obama's last name? I've completely derailed and we're moving on. Right now, there's a hole in the floor and we can see the class below us. So we tied a Cheeto to a piece of yarn. We're trying to communicate with this girl, but so far she hasn't noticed. Oh, this is peak. This is peak High School Plus. Oh my God. I love this. Oh, this is so stupid. Imagine what the teacher must think sitting there watching this Cheeto just floating there, trying not to acknowledge it to like not derail the class. Oh God. Comparing this picture to aliens trying to communicate with humans in ways we can't comprehend intrigues me. Roadside Picnic 1972. Amazing. You know what's a good feeling? A real good feeling? When sunbeams do this. Ah yes, God rays, or as Yoko Taro likes to use them, the Near Automata rays. I think God rays are super cool because it's really just light diffusing through really, really dense like particles in the air. But it just looks so nice. It just looks so peaceful and nice, and whenever I see God rays after a really bad storm, it always feels like coming out of depression, you know what I mean? Like you see the light, you see the dark, but you see those rays indicating like, hey man, you're almost at it. I love this. This feels good. This feels good. I think the crux of human misery stems from the fact that our skeleton just wants to sit around and accumulate dust in an ancient barrow. That is the innate imperative of all skeleton remains, in case you didn't know. But our meat has its own agenda, which creates this fundamental conflict of interest. Well, I think it's time we have a talk. So inside of all of us is a skeleton, and a skeleton is commonly used in horror media. However, it was also used in the hit role-playing game Undertale. So by extension, does that mean that when we die and our skeletons are released that we become an Undertale OC? Please discuss this in the comments below, as I would love to hear your inputs. You're all monsters. Even her? No, of course not. She's wonderful. You fool! The cat just was tasting first. Make sure you're good to eat. Oh, what a good kitty. I so want to pet it. I want to pet its little face. I love cats. I love cats. Not as much as I love rabbits, but I love cats. They're very cute, very pure. I want to pet all of their heads. And on that note, that's what I'm gonna call it this episode. If you liked this, make sure to subscribe, leave a like, and maybe share it with a friend who could use some reminiscing about the old Tumblr days. Or maybe need to know about their inevitable fate as an Undertale OC. That also works. If you want more r/Tumblr, there'll be another one popping up in just a couple of seconds, but until then, my name has been Lumo, and I hope to see you in the very next Kalbus video. Have a great rest of your day.